You got what a Tiger card with Captain Flakes complete breakfast.
ESPN2's coverage of the 2005 Little League World Series is presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal. Never stop earning your stripes. And in part by RE/MAX. RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Little League Baseball. And Bank of America. Higher standards.
We welcome back to Volunteer Stadium, constructed in 2001 to honor the great volunteers who put so much time and effort into Little League Baseball. As promised, third member of our crew on the field is Kyle Peterson.
Thank you, Dave Ryan. You know, the team from Guam before every ball game always gets together to pray. But tonight and all throughout this Little League World Series, they'll be saying an extra prayer. That prayer for Anthony Francisco, who coached 8 of these Little Leaguers as they came up through the Guam Little League system, who unexpectedly passed away last week. Well, the team was at the regional in Japan. Now, head coach Sean Muna told me that the team and he were able to get back to Guam in time for the Rosarine, in time for the funeral. But he said all throughout this Little League World Series, they'll be thinking of Anthony and the entire Francisco family. Guys, back to you.
A 3-0 game here for Guam.
And my favorite player is Jorge Posada.
Hi, my name is Chad Fernandez. My favorite player is Miguel Tejada.
Hi, my name is Chase Santos, and my favorite baseball player is Khalil Green.
Hi, my name is Sean Manley, and my favorite baseball player is Albert Pujols.
Hi, my name is Joseph Duenas, and my favorite player is Alfonso Soriano.
Hi, my name is Ryan McIntosh, and my favorite baseball player is Pedro Martinez.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Tyre, and my favorite baseball player is Derek Lee.
Hi, my name is Scott Perez, and my favorite player is Manny Ramirez.
Hi, my name is Brian Kinga, and my favorite player is Torrey Hunter.
Hi, my name is Valentin Bora, and my favorite baseball player is John Hackett Jr.
My name is Alomar Adao, and my favorite player is Roberto Alomar.
Hi, my name is Eric Alcantara, and my favorite baseball player is Alex Rodriguez.
Hi, my name is Gerald Bora, and my favorite baseball player is Manny Ramirez.
There's a left fielder for Bratievo Little League. It's Alexei Lavrinovich. He's a big Chicago Cubs fan, says his hobby is coin collecting. In center field, it's Sergei Shershak. His favorite team, the San Diego Padres. His favorite X-Game athlete is Bam Margera. The right fielder is Oleg Inetayev. His favorite food is cheeseburgers. And his favorite Little League moment is when he hit his first home run. The third baseman is Victor Elkin. His teammates call him Vitya. His favorite movie is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Favorite food is chicken. At shortstop, it's Artem Kulik. His favorite team is the Lokomotiv Russian Skaker team. His favorite food is hamburgers. Second baseman is Vadim Tolmachev. His favorite actress is Angelina Jolie. He loves at home watching cartoons. First baseman is Anton Smirnov. His favorite food is ice cream, and he said when he grows up, he wants to be a surgeon. Behind the plate, it's Mikhail Novostilov. His favorite team, the Florida Marlins. His favorite show is the Russian show News Sport. And on the mound, it's Andrei Visanov, a big St. Louis Cardinals fan. His favorite movie is Major League, and Dave Ryan in the first inning we saw him struggle a little bit, but found that fastball back towards the end of the first.
Kyle, he seemed to adjust pretty well. Think of the nerves too, Tony Gwynn, for these guys coming all the way. That long trip from Poland where they won their regional and making their first ever Little League World Series appearance. That first inning as a starting pitcher has got to be tough.
Yeah, and I think it was her first in off. It was a little bit, he got some pitches up, you know, and I'm sure they had nerves and, you know, all of those things that go into this first game, but he settled in, started to throw a little better.
Scott Perez leading off the second. Little fister. Anton Smirnov, a nice play. And there's one down in the Guam second. Coming to us from Yaragana, Guam. Westernmost possession of the U.S. Has been since near return into the 20th century. 6,000 miles, Tony Gwynn, west of San Francisco. 6,000. I mean, it's way out there. Byron Kenga is next. He is the shortstop and 9-hole hitter for Guam. Guam is an unincorporated territory of the U.S. And most of the island's settlements. The island is not very large, by the way. Settlements are on the coastline. Military bases are there. One for each, the Army, Navy, and the Air Force. Great showing from all the supporters from Guam.
Yeah, they know all about baseball. Kids rattled off names of guys playing in the big leagues, Manny Ramirez and Albert Pujols. So they may have traveled a long way to get here, but I think they're focused. I think they know what they want to do. They traveled all this way to try to win.
Ball four. Byron Kenga draws a one-out walk here in the second for Guam. Population of about 5,000, known as Hagatna in the Chamorro language. Ghana is Guam's chief seaport. Hard to imagine, 1,500 miles east of Tokyo. The Mariana Trench, by the way, the deepest known ocean depth, which is just off of Guam. How about this, Tony? Minus 39,000 feet. Wow. I mean, wow. An amazing area, tropical lush jungle. There is some farmland. Just 30 miles long is Guam, 7 miles wide, and a population of about 250,000. Top of the order for Alcoa. He was one of the big heroes. Leadoff homer in the first in his first at bat. Gets away there from Novozhilov. And Kenga gets 60 feet further on the wild pitch.
Novozhilov tried to block that ball, but got away from him. And you can see, I mean, he's had some wear and tear back there. He got a black eye. He's been trying to block balls.
Big swing and miss there from Alcoa. Team's catcher, and as Sean Muna told us, Tony, yesterday, most disciplined hitter and player on the field. Off the field, well, little hijinks. Yeah. I mean, he's 12.
Yeah,
not
like
quite the same.
Most 12-year-olds.
Part of being a kid.
Yep.
And off the outside corner again. Zhilov, who's been very busy. It's a nice play in a backhand to keep that in front of him. This is the first of 3 pool play games guaranteed for each team. And they'll try to win all 3 certainly, but get themselves to the international semifinals. Next week, that's single elimination play. Nice cut again from Alcoa. Here's a lineup now for the Guam team, brought to us by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. There will be some changes there from the start of the game because, as we mentioned, the manager, Sean Muna, loves to switch out his younger guys. He'll start the 11-year-olds and take them out after they get their 3 defensive outs and that at-bat. Lifted high, pretty deep by Alcoa down the left field line, and out of here! Another home run. This time a 2-run shot for Calbert Alcoa. What a start for him at this World Series. 2 at-bats, 2 homers, 3 RBIs, and it's 5-0 Pacific.
And Saminoff, he made a good pitch. He got in on him, but he still, Alcoa cut his hands, cut the knob of the bat to the inside, and was able to get the barrelhead on the baseball. And, I mean, it barely got out, but it was enough to get out of the ballpark.
You think that trip for Cecilia was worth it? I'll say so. 2 home runs in his first 2 ABs. Wow, the jet lag just got a lot easier to take, I think. Valiant Borjas, a hitter here, lifts that one foul. Right field line out of play. Good effort from Smirnoff to try to track it down, in addition to Inoue Nato. So we're glad to see Borja hit here. There are 2 Borjas. I made the mistake. It's Gerald Borja, not Valiant. Valiant, by the way, there was some issue because of a fever he had. Here's Gerald Borja. 1-1. That's 1-1 to him. So again, we'll see Sean Muna make a lot of changes as in and out of the lineup. High and tight to Gerald. He's going to start Fernandez, who hit in the 2-hole on his first at bat. Chad was the younger player. Drill and Darlene, 2 more on the island of Guam, have made that long trip. So Fernandez did hit, grounded out to third, and played his 3 outs, so we may not see Chad again.
Maybe not in this game.
Time for a chat at the mound. A new regulation this year with Little League Baseball. The manager is able to go out across the baseline and talk to his pitcher.
Все нормально. Что ты дуешь? Посмотри на меня. Ребята, он смеется, а? Чего ты? А? Я сейчас сам, знаешь, что сказал? То же самое, что у тебя в глазах. Иди разминайся, он заплакал. А? Как вы играть-то будете, красавцы? А? Эркин, может тебя поставить? Ты нормальный. Может? Ну там пошли уже разминаться, ребята. Давай, спокойненько соберись, ничего страшного. Все хорошо. Хороший питчер, вот тебе уроки. Учиться надо дальше. Думать, тренироваться. Все, давай, все нормально. Все, давайте, а защите помочь надо ему.
Manager's allowed 2 visits in 1 inning. Third in the same inning, he'd have to make a change. Alexei Erofeev, Vladimir Petrov, and Pavel Gladikov are the team coaches for Russia. And our translator tells us, coach is just saying to the kid, hey, everything's going to be just fine. Just about effort. Keep on trying as Borja gets himself on.
I couldn't understand what he was saying, but I think the fact that he laughed and the kids laughed, and he was just trying to, break the ice, trying to get guys to loosen up.
You bet.
Try to get him to keep pushing because everything's going to be all right. Don't worry about the pressure. Just go out there and do what you do.
Pitcher Trey Santos. Rolls left, bats left, hits here, 3-hole for Guam, already with a 5-0 lead. For Russia and their manager, 4th overall appearance here at the series. Moscow teams also made it in 2001, 02, and 03. So, although these youngsters have not had that experience, Russia has been here before. I'll tell you the amazing story of Pavel Gladikov, team translator and assistant coach. And when he first started coaching in the 80s with Little League Baseball in Russia, it was not pretty, Tony.
I could imagine.
Senev trying to keep things under control here. Nice play again, Novozhilov, but a bouncing ball can't control. And Borja, who walked with 1 down here in the second, gets himself to second base.
Vincino trying to throw strikes is looking like he's starting to struggle with his control a little bit.
Here we go. Let's go. Watch your back.
And trying to block balls and keep them in front of him so he can give himself a chance. But Zinov is just really starting to struggle a little bit on the mound.
You can see the other coach there, Pavel Gladikov. We spoke with Pavel today, Tony, team translator. Very good English, by the way. And he tells us when he first started coaching amateur baseball in Russia, big swing and a miss by Santos on the off-speed pitch. He had 90 kids show up to the first tryout and about 9 gloves to go around. He had 5 balls, 3 bats, and that was it. No one understood how to play the game. So compare that with our country's heritage and that of Guam, too, which has a very rich, deep baseball tradition. It's going to take some time to develop these players.
It is, and part of the learning process will be coming here and playing games against quality teams and good teams and seeing what they do and trying to figure out, trying to learn how to do those things yourself.
Count is full to Santos. And he draws the 1 out wide. Third walk of the inning, second straight for Viseyev. As you see Pool C. All teams play 3 games. Surrey, BC from Western Canada is here. The Guam team in the same division or the pool with Moscow, Russia. Curacao are defending champs. Japan, we saw practice yesterday, Tony, looked very good. And how about the player for Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, the American kids in the base there, 6'5".
You're not going to believe it.
Wow.
I mean, people are going to see that kid and want to see a birth certificate.
You're told everything is completely legitimate, and believe us, baseball officials here at Little League are very thorough with that.
Absolutely.
Sean Manley is up, third baseman. Sean doubled and scored in the first inning. He's 1 for 1. He was off the right field wall. Colorful. Vocal support certainly for the Guam Little Leaguers. Long inning for Andrei Visenyev, his 25th pitch of this inning coming up here.
20 has to bat. 20 has to bat, okay? Because you put him in. You made that substitution between innings. No. Come here with me.
Tim Joyce, our home plate umpire, is making sure that Guam has fulfilled the mandatory play rule. Here's Sean Moona, the team's manager. Remember, everyone's got to play the 3 consecutive outs, defensive outs, and have 1 at bat. There is a special pinch runner rule, but the pinch running appearance does not account for mandatory play. And it is a different take that Sean Moona has here, Tony, by playing his younger guys early and then getting them right out of the game. You got to be sure everyone's in there.
Yeah.
Number 20 is at bat. Number 20 is at bat. 20.
Somali.
Sean Manley did have a 1-0 count on him.
Di po matalaika si Ryan PS tilo matalaika stipa si Rap pasi Alamar.
Okay. Bring 20 out now, please. Relax.
I told him to change Ryan for you, but obviously he got 15 and 14 and they misinterpreted, and that was the change. So they're gonna bring Alamar in to hit. You're gonna have to hit for him. Okay? You're gonna have to hit for him. The substitution was supposed to be for Ryan, but it came in for him. Supposed to be 15, numbers are wrong. Okay, get up there and do your job. Okay? Sorry about that, but I'll get right back into the game.
Well, Sean Manley did have the 1-0 count. Now Alamar Raydal will hit.
You have a 1-0
in his first appearance. He's a second baseman. And a 12-year-old. And as we're all told here, he does inherit the 1-0 count. So it's a bit unusual, but Alamar's ready to go. Named after Robbie Alomar, by the way, by his father. And it's currently 2-0 on Alomar. Where does Robbie Alomar stack up in your all-time great second base?
Right up there near the top. Most range. Switch hitter, had a little pop. Just got big hits. Great player.
Alomar ready. Sprays that foul. First hack of the day. Cole off the bench. That's always
Alomar's
challenge.
I'm not taking pitches. I'm getting something good to hit and taking a swing at it.
Alomar will be a 6th grader at the Guam International Christian Academy this year.
2-1.
His dad Albert, a big Roberto Alomar fan.
Guam team is very patient. They don't really swing a lot of balls out of the zone.
Impressed all the way around from the first time we saw them yesterday in the full uni.
Yeah.
Everyone saying yes sir, no sir. That's a different Guam team than we saw a couple years back here, Tony. Not to say that was not a disciplined bunch, but hey, at practice they had t-shirts and shorts, the way most kids do.
Yeah.
Sean Moona is going back to the official score table here, folks, to
just to get any confusion off.
Get it straightened out.
Bat because I misinterpreted on this batter. Can I find out who's my next batter that I put in?
5 would be the next batter, and then you put 6 in for 15.
5 for number...
Five was in the lineup. He's still in. You didn't substitute for him. And then for 15, number 15, you placed number 6 in the game.
Number 6 in the game for 15. So this number 4 still stays in the game.
In left field.
Okay. Number 5.
5 stayed in the game.
Still stays in the game.
And then number 6 went in for 15.
Okay.
And that's all your substitutions. So on 20, he's going to have to battle.
Yes, I understand. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Blue.
I think Sean Muna has it straightened out now. Again, you're trying to keep score up here in the booth as you and I are, Tony. It's not easy to follow all the substitutions when you have mandatory play. Guam has 13 players on the roster. You can have 14 total. So a lot of guys to get in there. 6-inning game.
Make sure that the guys that have been in the game or the guys that haven't been in the game will get into the game.
Radal, the grounder to second. Nice play. Tolmachev, throw back to first, not quite in time. Smirnov did an excellent job moving to his right there to make sure the ball didn't get away. And that would have scored another run. And it stays a 5-0 game. So, Tony, overall, your impressions here, first couple of innings, Guam looks like a pretty outstanding outfit.
Yeah, they do. And very patient at the plate, really forcing, the Russian team to throw them strikes. When they're getting strikes, they're putting the ball in play. They're being aggressive on the bases. This is a good Guam club, and I think this Russian team, they're going to have to learn from these games that they get here.
All about a learning experience, Tony, no question. And the players from Russia will absorb what is going on here today, no doubt. So Duenas does hit here. Second baseman grounded out to second. First appearance in the first. He is 0 for 1. Little tapper off the plate. Yusenev, nice play, moving to get that ball. Smirnov can't make the pick, though. And Borja does score on the play. Gerald Borja, the 6th run of the game for Guam.
Yusenev makes a good play. I mean, gets rid of it. If he makes a better throw, they're going to get the play at get the out at first. See him throw that ball to first, and Moronarov couldn't pick it out of the dirt.
So Eric Alcantara will now hit. And he fouls his first pitch off that he sees here at the series, hitting for McIntosh. So as promised, Sean Moon is going to have a lot of changes. McIntosh had single to right and RBI back in the first.
Sinoff, that might have been his best pitch of the day. Fastball running away.
0-2. And they call Eric showtime. Hollywood, the boomer. He's that kind of kid. Loves the limelight. This time he is struck out by Yusenev. However, it is all Guam here in the Little League World Series opener for each. Alacoa has gone deep not once but twice in this game. That is what you call an effective leadoff hitter. Guam leads by half a dozen. Our Pacific Regional champions from Guam off to a great start, 6-0. Thanks largely in part to Alcoa's 2 solo homers. Let's head back down to Kyle Peterson.
Thanks, Dave Ryan. We talk about travel for a lot of these international teams. For the kids from Moscow, Russia, it's been quite a month for them. Started July 26th in Moscow. In fact, that was the last time they were at home. They went from there to the EMEA Championships in Poland. They swept through that, but then went directly from there to New York, caught a flight to Philadelphia, then a bus ride here, and all it was a 23-hour ordeal for these kids to get here to Williamsport. And really, they were the lucky ones. For a couple of the coaches, it took upwards of 40 hours. They were stuck in Paris for a couple hours. One of the downsides of this, none of their parents have been able to make this trip, but rest assured, their kids are having a blast. Let's meet those kids and the coaches from the Bratievo Little League in Moscow.
Hi, меня зовут Артем Кулик. Мой любимый бейсбольный игрок Берри Бонс. Меня зовут Витя Элькин. Мой любимый игрок Берри Бонс. Здрасте, меня зовут Новожилов Михаил. Мой любимый игрок Иван Родригес.
Меня зовут Сергей Шаршак. Мой любимый игрок Берри Бонс.
Привет, меня зовут Олег Инаятов. Мой любимый игрок Алекс Родригес.
Hi, мое имя Андрей Весенев. Мой любимый игрок Алекс Родригес.
Меня зовут Лавринович Леша. Мой любимый игрок Сами Соса.
Меня зовут Антон Смирнов, мой любимый игрок Берри Бонс.
Меня зовут Вадим Толмачев, мой любимый игрок Берри Бонс.
Привет, мое имя Никита, мой любимый игрок Майк Пиаза.
Привет, меня зовут Саймон Дима, мой любимый игрок Роджер Клинакс.
Меня зовут Анур Фартям, мой любимый игрок Рэнди Джонсон.
Я Александр Худяков, мой самый любимый игрок Берри Бонс.
I know, Tony, I heard a lot of Barry Bonds in there. San Francisco Giants. Now, in case you're wondering, folks, about Russian TV, there is no ESPN there, no outlet for our networks. So the coaching staff is going to tape as many of the games as they can here, bring them back over to Russia, and basically show them their friends and family. That's it. There's no other way to see all their excitement here from Williamsport. On the flip side, Guam is having all their games on TV for the first time on their island.
Yeah, I'm sure people are sitting at home enjoying it in Guam.
Here's Valiant Borja. He's in center field, and again, we're glad to see him in there. Some doubt whether or not he'd play because of a fever he had yesterday. He's to be checked out by medical personnel here at the World Series complex this morning. And that went well. Sergei Shershak leads it off. Second inning for Moscow, down by 6. Cut on and missed again.
Trey Santos got a 6-run lead now, and he's mixing in his breaking ball with the fastball.
Imagine some of the homesicknesses Kyle talked about a moment ago. July 26th, leaving to go to the regionals in Poland, then coming right here. That's a long time to be apart from your family as an 11, 12-year-old kid.
Yeah, not knowing when you leave whether you're going to win or not.
Right.
And then winning and then not being able to go home, but going to the next stop, which is Williamsport.
1-2 foul back. Shershak also will appear in this series as a pitcher. He's a big San Diego Padres fan. And the Spartak Russian soccer team.
Here we go.
Get some advice from his manager. A lot of these kids realize soccer is the #1 sport in Russia. Hockey not far behind.
Yeah.
Basically soccer in the warm months and then ice hockey in the winter. Breaking ball. Nice play. Santos diving and gets his man. Great play by Trey Santos. The pitcher for Guam laying out with a 6-run lead and nails Shershak at first.
Not only does he make a good pitch, see him lay out on this ball and from his knees, make a good throw to first and get the out.
Early web gym.
Early web gym.
For the Guam Little Leaguers. Oleg Inoyatov, right fielder, is up next. Nubs that foul, 2-1.
You got to give the young Russian hitters a lot of credit because Santos knows what he's doing out there on the mound, and the young Russian hitters are coming up to the plate, and they're trying to take a swing. They're not being passive; they're being aggressive.
Tapper, first baseline, also foul. Oleg is a big A-Rod fan. Likes the Yanks. He just turned 13 years old on August 16th, just this past Tuesday. So the team uncles are volunteer hosts who live in this central Pennsylvania region. Usually 2 per team. Spent a lot of time with the players in and out of the compound. Big swing and a miss. Inoyatov goes down, but Oleg, thanks to his uncles, was given a birthday cake, and everyone sang happy birthday to him. You see him in the lineup there in right field. Our starting lineup presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. This Moscow, Russia team. They're at the Little League World Series. Their regional was held in Kutno, Poland between August 1st and 10th, and they won out of an 11-team regional, Tony, over there.
See, Harold's been at work already.
Guard, yeah. Somehow I think you might be too, Tony, before this 10 days or so is out.
See, we've talked about that already. These kids, they know Harold Reynolds. They baseball tonight. They know Harold, and he's like the Pied Piper here at Little League. Wherever he goes, the little kids follow. And, they love Harold's attitude. He's always happy, always up, and the kids really identify with that. So, totally understand why they got a Harold Reynolds card signed.
We're glad to have you here, too, partner.
I'm glad to be here, too.
To see off the pitcher who's had a tough outing tonight. Waves through that off-speed pitch from Santos. Second strikeout of the inning. And fourth of the game for Trey Santos, who flashed the leather as well. He's had great offense from his hitters. 6-0. Peterson on the field with us this year here at Volunteer Stadium. International Pool C play, and Guam off to a great start. Calbert Ochoa has been a huge story. Leadoff hitter with a couple of home runs. And on the mound, Trey Santos, pretty good himself, Tony.
Yeah, he's been impressive. He's throwing the strikes, mixing in a breaking ball, and hadn't thrown that many pitches here in 2 innings. Been in complete control. And now, new pitcher for the Russian side, Alexander Kudakov, is coming in, and let's see if he can come in and throw some strikes and kind of slow down this Guam offense.
Which will not be easy. A moment ago, we saw the ice cream guys. Glad to see that they are back once again here at the Little League World Series. And they go from stadium to stadium here, Tony, because Lamini, they had one game already. Hawaii looked great, as Gary Harold and Sam Ryan saw a few moments ago. We're heading back there on ESPN, presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Maitland, Florida, with Dante Bichette Jr. and Mike Stanley's son, Tanner, head-to-head with Davenport, Iowa, making a return trip for that Little League. But Davenport still has yet to win a game here at the World Series. We saw some of their coaches at the complex today. They say, we've got to break the schneid. It is time for the boys from Orlando can play some ball, too. It's all coming up. It should be a lot of fun to watch. Dante Bichette and Mike Stanley are here. We got big leaguers.
Competed against those guys, and now they're coaching, and I'm sure they're having the time of their lives. Because, again, for me, I mean, when I was playing, we always watched the Little League World Series, and you could only imagine what it was like. I never got a chance to come, and so coming here, I'm telling people, if you get a chance to come, you got to come, because it's electric here. It's just, city really embraces these teams, and the history, and it's green everywhere. It's just a beautiful place, and so if you ever get an opportunity to come, this is one of those places where you have to come and enjoy it.
Tyron here hits. First baseman 0 for 1. Big swing and a miss there from Jeremy. Rian Bill. Kangar here. Byron is the 9-hole hitter, shortstop. Struck out swinging first at bat. Third inning here, scheduled play 6. Able to check his swing. We're on the birthplace of Little League Baseball, Pennsylvania's heartland. The setting, as Tony mentioned, unbelievable here. Cut on miss there by Tyron.
Kudakov getting the ball up there pretty good. He's just been up in the zone.
3-2. Alexander, 12 years old. Pitcher also plays some third base. Nickname is Hood. We're inside a pretty good fastball.
Fastball, I mean, he's got good velocity, but he's just been up in the zone. If he can get the ball down in the zone, he's going to get people swinging a bat and hopefully get out.
Tyron aboard. Back down to Kyle.
Thank you, Dave. Talking about Sean Muna, the manager for this team from Guam, who was married on the field of Lamini Stadium just a couple years ago in 2003. A marriage that was officiated by Gary Weaver, who's one of the uncles here in Williamsport. But right now, it is the early morning hours over in Guam. It's actually his anniversary. He wanted to send a happy anniversary wishes out to his wife, Clarice, who says watching at home.
An amazing story, Kyle. Told us yesterday, did Sean, that when his team was advancing through the regionals in 2003, He had his son Sean Jr. with him. He asked Clarice, hey, I think it's about time, let's get married. She said, great idea. Let's do it at the World Series. She said, even better idea. So they did. Borja up here. Valiant first at bat. Gerald Borja has already hit in this game. So in the 8-hole, Valiant Borja is the batter. It's plus 14 hours. So tomorrow morning at about 9:07, that's Guam time. As things stand, and we're sure everyone closely watching in the Muna house. It means a lot to Sean Muna. He's taking a lot of responsibility on his shoulders for his team to do well here. 1-2 pitch, a little bit high and away to Valiant Borja. Andra Hattori is here.
There you go.
Great family representation for that long trip. I'm impressed. Two-two pitch. Toward short. Kulik makes a nice play to second. Throw back to first is in time. A double play. Kulik, Tomachev to Smirnov. 6-4-3 double play. That is a memory the Russian Little Leaguers will take with them for a long time.
I mean, this ball's hit pretty good, but watch him step back and throw a key to first base. And they are drilled. That's something that they can, like you said, remember for the rest of the time here, that they can do it.
It's too bad the Russian audience didn't see that live on ESPN.
I know.
But the folks back home will see the tape sometime. Kenga, 9-hole hitter, shortstop hits here. He walked and scored back in the second. Finishing up that thought about Sean Muna, the manager, 33 years old, and as we said, second appearance at the World Series. And this year, he is 25-0 as a manager. There's a little tapper. Nice play. Kudyakov in time to Smirnov. Makes a nice play. I'll tell you more about Muna when we return to South Williamsport. It is all Guam. His team looking pretty good. 6-0 lead. Opener in the series for each. Port, Pennsylvania, across the Susquehanna River from where we are. Opening ceremony parade, and all the teams in full uniform were there. We saw Doug Out, the official Little League mascot. What a great showing. Beautiful night for it. And afterwards, some fireworks. Kids had pizza parties as well when they got back to their dorms. Westbrook, Maine, Lafayette, Louisiana, 11 o'clock Eastern time. The first of 3 games to tell you about: Saudi Arabia, Japan, then Vista, California, thought by Kyle Peterson and you, Tony, be one of the most powerful teams here against Owensboro. How about more for you? This is all tomorrow on ESPN. Surrey, BC from Canada against Mexico. Then Newtown, Pennsylvania, a team we saw in Bristol win the Mid-Atlantic region against Maitland, Florida, champs of the Southeast region, led by Dante Bichette Jr. and Tanner Stanley. It's all coming up Saturday on ESPN and ESPN2. Great coverage. Bank of America, higher standards. We see the teams back, including the defending world champs from Curacao, who look hungry and talented again, Tony.
Yeah, they had a great team last year, and this team is no different. Very talented, good pitching. These kids that on these teams that have been here before, they just expect to win. They're not getting caught up in the experience and how great it is to be here. They understand that it's a mission. They came here to try to win.
When I'm done with my substitution, the opposing coach.
So all your substitutes will come in?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so the opposing manager will choose a player to come back, right?
Right.
Number 6 is out of the game due to injury.
Valen, I got chat. Oh, you look like you really want to play right now.
I got to talk to the guy.
Alcantara apparently is out of the game and told due to illness, so we'll try to get an update fully on that.
For them, they have an injured player that they're removing.
And he has been removed, so we'll get the current Guam lineup for you. They
come with me now.
Enjoy a huge lead, but have had some lineup issues throughout the evening so far here.
Yeah. Tried to get some guys in, start the game one way, and
injured player that's on the field.
Everybody in the lineup so he can get his best guys in for the majority of the lineup. But they jumped out, put 3 runs on the board in the first and in the second.
The trainers have removed him from the game.
It looks like
the substitutes are not in the game that have already played.
It's somebody wasn't feeling very well, and so now somebody who's been in the game already is going to have to come back. I'm guessing the visiting team will choose who comes back in the game.
Well, we heard number 6 mentioned. That's Eric Alcantara.
If you need to change, right now, no. Okay, but yes, let's go make the other Shelly's choice now. Yes, anytime you need to make a substitution.
And that is Pavel Gladikov, the team translator and assistant coach for Russia.
Have you got all your substitutes in yet?
No, right now, no. We cannot do substitution right now.
Okay, more.
We have only one substitution.
Eligible to re-enter in that position because that kid had already played his 3 consecutive defense bouts and batted 1 time, so they put the starter back.
So it appears McIntosh is going to re-enter here for the Guam team. Goes back to 03, the last appearance for the Russian team. This their 4th in the last 5 years. And at that point, making some big plays at Lamini Stadium. How exciting would that be? Make that huge trip. And they did lose that game to Latin America, but as we've mentioned, a lot of success the last 5 years for the EMEA champs. The expansion started from 8 to 16 teams back in 2001. And last year's Kootenai team, well, Kyle and I had a chance, Tony, to cover them. They got a hit in one of their last at-bats. And to see the faces, the glow, the incredible response, just to make that accomplishment at the World Series was something else.
Yeah, well, we've seen them already today turn a double play. And it showed some excitement.
Larinovich, Alexei will lead it off here, the left fielder. Ryan McIntosh is into left field. He re-enters the game. And it's largely due to Alcantara's absence due to illness. Meanwhile, Santos has been pitching brilliantly. He's not allowed a hit here. In the 3rd, we're scheduled to play 6 innings. There is a mercy rule in Little League Baseball after 4. You get your 4 at bats, you're down by 10 runs. That's it. Down goes Alexei looking.
Again, Santos getting ahead with the fastball, getting him out with the breaking ball. He's been usually throwing it with 2 strikes, and this just kind of a big roller that I don't think that many of these Russian kids have had a chance to see.
Big swing and a miss. Anton Smirnov, team's first baseman, and his first at bat. He's 12 years old. Pilmien is his nickname. Coaches tell us one of the better pitchers on the team, too. A big left-handed cut. And that's quickly 0-2 on Anton.
Here's where Santos has been throwing this breaking ball. He's gotten ahead. And
he goes. Off-speed pitch. Another strikeout. That makes 4 in a row now for Trey Santos. Mowed down. And Tolmachev, the 9-hole hitter and second baseman, due up next.
See Smirnov go way out, and he was way out in front of that breaking ball.
12-year-old Vadim Tolmachev next up. Another Barry Bonds fan, and we talked with the coaches, Tony, today about what they see Barry Bonds, hear about him. Listen into the manager first.
This conference?
Нет, куда? Куда набить?
А ты почему не вышел?
Куда отбивать? Какое? Кукурузное? А куда ты вышел, Толмачев? Назови место, куда ты выходишь. Куда ты выходишь, Толмачев? Как называется? Баттербокс? Ты вышел? Так там вот отбивают в баттербоксе. Давай. С дальней ножки, если 2 страйка.
And we were told, just head up there, son. Keep fighting and try again at it. Good advice. Very sound advice.
Yep.
From the Russian manager, Alexei Irofeev.
Did he go?
Jorge LeBron,
1-1.
umpire from Puerto Rico, says he did not go to that. Pitch there to make it 1-1. No tapper, first base line and foul.
Oh.
So why do these players know a lot about Barry Bonds, the Giants, and Albert Pujols, and the Cardinals? Well, the coaches actually bring in DVDs, videotapes from games that they've acquired, maybe order on the internet. Some way to keep the kids in contact with current baseball stars. Not easy when you can't see it on TV every day. No baseball tonight.
Yeah, but the kids know who the best guys are, though. Yeah, I mean, you heard Barry Bonds, you heard Albert Pujols, Alex Rodriguez.
1-2 to Tomachev. Down he goes. A raw speed delivery from Santos, who strikes out the side. He's got 7 strikeouts so far and a no-hitter going. 6-0 game. Guam a big lead in its series opener. Summary: his Guam team in the series opener. Begin pool play has a 6-0 lead on Moscow, Russia. Albert Ochoa, 2 solo homers at the top of the order. And a no-hitter going for Santos on the mound tonight for Guam. Well, thank you. 2-run homer there for Alcoa. Check that. And we appreciate the promotion on ESPN. Yes. ESPN2, why not? So Guam enjoying this one. They're 6 runs in on the 5 hits. And here is Ochoa. The story he has been. A couple of home runs and the 3 RBIs. Big cut. Thinking about another one here, Tony.
Yeah. Kudikov had come in and he was up in the zone.
Come on, guys, let's go.
His first hitter in his first inning, and since then he's gotten the ball down and been in the strike zone and been effective.
Calvert's mom has some memories tonight with a couple of long balls. Calvert, a big Jorge Posada fan, loves the Yanks. He's a 7th grader to be in middle school this year. Way high from Kajako. Just 3 times. How about that? And the crack staff finding that stat for us. None since '98. The Japanese little leaguer hit 3 in 1 game. I guarantee you, Calvert was thinking about that. not the fact that one had been hitting so long, but hitting a 3rd one for sure. He's had a great night, Tony.
Well, the first one he hit the center field. And this one just worked his hands to the inside and hit that one right down the line. So he got a chance to do what hadn't been done very often.
As we mentioned, off the field, well, he's a prankster. His nickname is Aragawa, which in Chamorro translates roughly into naughty. Chamorro and English, the 2 languages spoken on Guam. Most of the older folks do still speak Chamorro, but English and the American dollar are used the most on that island, far Pacific.
Three-two.
9:30 in the morning tomorrow. Saturday morning in Guam right now. Nice job by Alcoa as he draws a walk here. Lead things off in the 4th. Defensive changes at short, 3rd, and left field. Nurov moves there in for the Russian Little Leaguers, making their first appearances. Gerald Borja takes a strike in the outside corner. Earl, as we talked about, came in for Chad Fernandez, who started the game. An 11-year-old, but took care of the mandatory play. He's out. So Gerald came in the second, walked and scored. Now hits here in the fourth with nobody out. Towards second. Tolmachev flips over. Nice play. Elkin back to first. Not quite in time. Pretty good footwork for some infielders who don't have a lot of baseball experience.
Absolutely. I mean, this is textbook here. Takes the feed, takes the ground ball, gives him a good feed. Only thing wrong is the throw is in the dirt. But they've turned one already and almost turned two. And this is a team that, you know, they haven't had a chance to play all that much baseball.
Good to see the progress of the Russian Little League stars here in Williamsport. There's a big difference from a couple years back in terms of fundamental skills. Here's Santos. Regional championship clincher against CNMI, Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. He pitched a complete game. And then against the Philippines, 6 innings to clinch a big victory. These folks would love to have that foul ball. That souvenir would be something to take back. What an effort he's had on the mound. A lot of rain here this morning, but it was a steady, hard rain, and thunderstorms are in the forecast tonight. Big winds gusting around here. It's very cool. Temperatures can't be more than 70, 75 tonight.
1-2.
Cool.
And that's fine. Because we were talking about Guam working out yesterday, and it's a bit warmer yesterday, and they had on full gear. I think this is more baseball weather.
Santos lays off. Trade double into the right field corner, then walk, double, and score back in the first. He can hit. In the finale, the last game there, he clinched a spot against New Zealand in the regional. Big swing and a miss there. Down he goes. Trey 4 for 5, 3 homers. So he's got some pop in addition to a great left arm we've seen. There's now 2 down.
Talk about Kulikov having a little bit extra on his fastball, and Santos didn't lay off, chased a fastball out of the zone. And he's come in and done a nice job for the Russian team after giving up 6 runs in 2 innings. He's come in and done a good job on strikes.
Ray Dahl next here, 2 down in the fourth for Guam. Off the outside corner. Gerald Borja threatening stolen base there. In Little League Baseball, you cannot leave the bag. No leads. Can't leave until the ball reaches the batter. So it is a challenge to steal a base at this level. And the mound is only 46 feet from home plate. Slash, right field line in there. Off the bat of Ray Dahl. Borja on his way to third base. Throw a little bit late. Throw to second. They're going to have their man. He's in there. He got under the tag. Dahl tiptoed in somehow without sliding. And he's safe. Runners at second, third. With 2 down and a wild play.
Dahl had some great footwork on this play at second base. And it's good relay by the Russian team, but watch him slip that foot in there. He cuts the ball. I mean, he makes a throw in plenty of time, and look at him slip his foot in there and wasn't tagged.
Very nice throw from Kotliar just into the game at third base.
That was what we used to call the old okey doke right there. You show him a leg, you pull him back, you slip the other one in.
Well, that worked pretty well for him.
Did.
Joe Duenas is next, young 11-year-old, and son of assistant coach Thomas Duenas. That's tap foul. They call him Thumper. And he is related to Ryan McIntosh, teammate. And Mom Joanne is here. Very close group, as manager Sean Miller told us yesterday. They started working out together 5 days a week in October. Wow. So this is a team that spends a lot of time together. Fisted foul by Dwayne Haas. And the manager said, well, yeah, some kids are interested in soccer and basketball, but we do not encourage basketball because of the injury possibilities with pulling a muscle and getting a jammed finger in hoops. So I'm expecting Guam to make some noise here in the international field this year. Buenas in the 0-2 hole. Little high. So Joe is nicknamed Thumper. What was the all-time best nickname you heard in your years of baseball? You have one?
1-2. I never had one. But
no?
Gary Templeton used to play for us in the Padres, and we called him the smooth operator. That was,
and that describes him pretty well, doesn't it? Tomachev, nice play. Smirnoff in time. And the Guam fourth is complete. Still a 6-0 game, though. Pool play opener, international bracket here in South Williamsport, PA. Three of the second for Guam. The Pacific Regional Champion, Calbert Alcoa, has 2 homers and 3 RBIs. Speaking of long ball, earlier today, Lamedy Stadium up the hill here at South Williamsport. Alakai Aglape, 2-run homer for Eva Beach, Hawaii. And Von Fayao had a 2-run homer as well. Michael Mamea had a 3-run homer. And the Northwest Regional Champs, Oliver Mid-Atlantic, the team from Newtown, Pennsylvania, outside Philadelphia, 7-1 the final. So, Eva Beach, Hawaii. And did they ever look good at their regional in San Bernardino, California, along with the Vista, California bunch from the West. I'm telling you, those two teams can hit the baseball with authority. And it's going to be fun to watch Eva Beach all the way through here at the Little League World Series. Pool play for each, and you're guaranteed 3 games in South Williamsport.
Well, Eva Beach was impressive today. They swung the bats, hit some home runs. Just looked like a team that wanted to win the whole thing, like they were capable of winning the whole thing.
And belated happy birthday to Aglape, by the way. 13th birthday on Wednesday, celebrated here in Williamsport. So that's been a pretty good few days for him, I'd say. A long ball this afternoon.
Here we go.
Russia hits here, looking for its first base hit.
Santos has been impressive. Had good command with his fastball. He's mixed in the breaking ball when he's needed to.
Kitia Kolatar hits here. Top of the order for Kulik, who started the game at shortstop. And it's Kolatar's first at bat. Kulik struck out, as did Elkeen. And down goes Nikitia there. Another strikeout. A very impressive Santos. Back down to Kyle.
Santos has been impressive so far, Dave. One of the things that's made him so good today has been that curveball. And the curveball has really been a topic of discussion a lot as of late. Because at kids at 12 years old, there's a lot asking, should they be thrown at this time? And it's something that Little League is looking into and has been looking into recently.
Elkeen sprays a base hit the other way there, Kyle. First hit of the game for the Russian Little Leaguers, and what a highlight it will be for Victor Elkeen to watch the tapes of this when they get back to Russia.
Wow, that's the first hit today for Russia. And got a ball up in the zone and hit it. My favorite place to hit it, between short and third.
Yeah, you had a few of those in your 3,100 plus career hits, Hall of Fame career. I remember watching a lot of those go the other way. So Tony, what's your take on curveballs and Little Leaguers?
Myself, I think you could, if you throw it like Trey's throwing it today, if we see that ball getting away from him. I really think that at that age, we really should be thinking about maybe fastball changeup, maybe being able to control the ball with his fingers. You know, this looked like, you know, it's going to be a curveball, and it just comes right out of his hand.
Well, that's a great look from our crew as to what happens to a pitcher's arm there. Santos again went to the strike zone to Mikhail Novozhilov. He's the catcher, grounded out to short in his first appearance. So Little League Baseball, and President Steve Keener working very hard on research to try to find out the various Little League Baseball sanctioned leagues around the country about pitch count.
Yeah.
Right now, the max you can pitch is 6 innings, but there's no pitch count limit there. Kinga makes a nice play. Throw to third. Gets away, though. Nice base running there from Elkin. And Novozhiloff on at first base. First and second, one down here in the Russian fourth, and they're looking a lot better. Kyle, how do you feel about the curveball and youngsters?
Well, I mean, you know, I think the less that I saw it thrown, the better. You know, these kids are growing up.
Yeah.
And at the same time, their bodies mature and their arms are mature, and throwing a curveball is an unnatural motion. It's not what your arm's really meant to do. So if you could stick to the fastball and changeup, I think what it does for kids at this age is it really teaches them how to pitch, because if you continue to move up through the ranks, the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to locate the fastball, and everything else comes secondary. Curveballs are nice, but if you can't locate the fastball, you can't throw the fastball. At some point, the effectiveness of that curveball is going to run out. I think there's no better time to start teaching it than right now.
I totally agree with that, Kyle. You know, kids don't understand that you got to be able to locate that fastball to even make the breaking ball good. And you know, I really agree with the part about learning. You have to learn how to pitch. We've gotten away from, you know, being able to command that fastball where you could pitch inside with it and then, you know, get people out with the off-speed stuff. But and so if you're gonna, you know, to me, finger pressure, you could cut. I mean, the cut fastball in today's game has become a huge pitch, and I think kids can learn how to throw that without putting stress on their arms, and it would be great.
Snap throw to first base. Novozhiloff gets back. It's Sergei Shershak hitting here, grounded back to Santos, the pitcher. Back in the second, he's 0 for 1. And there are leagues, Little League Baseball, one in particular in Massachusetts, that bans curveballs. Big swing and a miss there from Shershak. So in that league, you're given a couple of warnings if the umpire sees the breaking ball coming. And the third one, you can be removed from the game. Toward third, nice play. Jewel there is able to get one. Duenas able to skip back toward the bag, get the force. Nice play at third.
That was a nice play. There's that breaking ball. That's a ground ball to third. Nice play on his knees. He gets to his knees. Makes the throw to second. Seems ready for that ball to be hit to him.
Great play by Radal. This little grounder here. Santos trouble. The throw gets away. Tyrone can't handle it, and a run will score. Elkin comes in. Novozhiloff gets himself to third. I think that Shershak to third base. He was on the fielder's choice, and a run home for Moscow.
Santos gets in on the hitter, and you know, just makes a good throw to first. Just ball's not caught. Maybe put a little bit too much on it. And Russia's got their first run.
Another big highlight. Jakov will hit here. And the spot that Andrei Vitseyev, the starting pitcher, occupied to begin the game. Throw down a second. They've got the runner caught. Run does score on the play. And will count. The run does cross. There's a runner gunned down there. And a wild play to finish out the inning. Ignatov thrown out, but a run crosses, and Russia has its second. It's a 6-2 game. Guam in the lead.
It's nearly 200.
Let's go to our Kellogg's Frosted Flakes building blocks with our own Kyle Peterson.
I'm with Alberto from the Venezuelan team. Today we're going to talk about how you field your position on the mound. Now, the first thing we want to do, make sure that you throw a strike. We want to land in a good fielding position, field that ball with 2 hands, step and throw over to first base. All right, buddy. She's got great mechanics towards home plate. Field that ball out in front, step and throw that strike to first. Remember, we've got plenty of time, so step and throw, take your time.
Love that involvement with Little Leaguers. And they get a great chance to not only meet their heroes, but play a little ball with them, too.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of fun for us, too. I mean, being a college coach myself, I enjoy the teaching part of it. And you know, obviously these kids, once they recognize who you are, they want to pick your brain and try to understand some of the things that you were able to accomplish. But these kids are like sponges out here. Whatever information you want to give them, they're willing to take it. So
that's the best part. They seem to learn so much, and just the thrill of being around some of the big league legends here, looking for autographs and trading pins, and just the whole experience that these young kids get coming from halfway across the world. A long, exhausting journey, and try to do their town proud. Not just the town in some case, but for the Russian kids, an entire country, massive nation. And for Guam, they're thinking this year they've got a real chance to make a run. Here's Ryan McIntosh, who started the game in left field, left, then re-entered. You have a re-entry rule for starters in Little League Baseball. On the outside corner to Ryan. Lucille Ryder is here. An incredible journey. 4 hours to Narita Airport in Tokyo. That was the first flight. 11 hours to Detroit. Big swing and a miss from Ryan. Down he goes. Now a couple hours to Philadelphia from Detroit, then the 4-hour bus ride to Philadelphia. To Williamsport from Philly. I mean, it's just been an incredible trip.
You think these guys don't want to win? Watch this reaction after the strikeout. Yeah.
And Alexander Kujakov, Tony's done a nice job.
He really has. He's come in and really shut the door. Guam put 6 runs on the board, and since he's come into the game, Guam hadn't been able to muster anything.
Tyron 0 for 1 with a walk. Jeremy, a big Miami Heat Dwayne Wade fan. Walking a 3-2 pitch back in the third. Toward short. Nice play. Elkine, and is throwing plenty of time to Smirnov. Quickly 2 down. And Tony, we've, over the last few years here, seen this Europe, or the EMEA regional champ, as it's now called, come in. And far and away, over the last several years, the best fundamental offensive team we've seen are these Russian Little League. I like the footwork.
I do. I mean, those are the things as a coach you look at. You know, he caught that shortstop, caught that ball already, getting himself in position to make the throw to first.
Valiant Borja hits here in the 8-hole with 2 down in the 5th. Scheduled to play 6 innings in the Little League World Series. It's a pool play opener for each international bracket. Big cut from Valiant. Adra Hattori is here. Remember a couple years ago, Guam Little Leaguers had a great turnout from the parents. Caught and missed again. A little Valiant. However, coming all that way, I mean, it was fun for them, but they lost 3 games. Now, it's a much better team.
Yeah.
Different team.
Those guys who played here before, I'm sure, have told the stories.
Big swing and a miss. Down goes Valiant Borja. And a good inning again from Alexander Kujakov. Strikes out here at Lomity Stadiums. Davenport team trying to win its first ever game here at the World Series after all their appearances. They're going to get in the win column. So Kujakov, who's done such a great job on the mound, Tony, hits here.
He's basically shut this Guam team down.
Lifted short center field, could be trouble coming in. Good effort there from Borja, can't make the play. And not only does Kujakov's impressive night continue on the mound, but he's got himself a base hit as well. Good effort from Borja in center.
I think Borja hurt himself rolling over the baseball. He laid out, went head first. The ball lands under him, and that ball, he lands right on top of that baseball.
Huh? Can you breathe good? Can you breathe good? Huh? Can you breathe?
You okay?
Huh? What's up? What's up? Where are you hurting? Huh? Huh?
Hurts there? Did you just land on your chest?
Huh?
Wall.
You landed on the
You
boat?
landed on the ball.
You landed on the boat? Huh?
Where?
You okay?
Can you show me where?
Are you okay?
Right in here.
Huh?
Does that hurt you?
A little.
Just a little.
Can you pick your hands up in the air? Both hands, both hands. Both hands, yeah. Okay, down.
Yeah. How's that?
No.
Does this hurt? You're good
Good.
now?
You need to come up.
Breath?
Huh? Need to come up. Huh? Got him? Got him? Huh? Good job. Good effort. Got it? Huh? Way to go, Val.
He wasn't coming out of that game. You see him give a great effort, but lands right on the baseball. Just kind of knocks the air out of you for a little bit. He did not want to come out of the game and stays in the game.
Something you don't often see, player land on the ball.
Not yet, not
Very
often.
rare. Nurov hits here. Artem hits for Smirnov.
Come on.
In the 8-hole. Getting his mandatory play in. Caught between first and second and hustling back. Gujarov gets there, then the throw gets away, and he'll get himself to second, maybe third. Gonna try for it. Well, he made a big wide turn, then put on the brakes about halfway down between second and third, and hustles back to second base. More wild base running.
We talked about the Russian inexperience, and you know he was playing for the bunt. He bunts through the ball, and he gets picked off, and they throw to first, and he gets away. And on his way going to second, he wasn't going to stop. He was going to try to get to third. And that just comes from inexperience. They haven't played all that much.
And Nurov takes a strike, actually the 7-hole. Jakov led it off in the 6th hole for Isayev, who was on base at the end of that wild inning when Russia scored 2 and had the runner thrown out at first base. Down goes Nurov. And there's one down here in the 5th. So here's Smirnov, 8-hole, first baseman. With one down. Big Bruce Willis fan. Struck out back in the 3rd, 0 for 1.
Ball. Go.
This is really one of the few innings where Trey Santos has had any trouble whatsoever.
Ball way inside Anton, who has read 3 of the Harry Potter books. My 10-year-old is very into Harry Potter right now. Half-Blood Prince, new J.K. Rowling. Outside corner for a strike. So he has read Chamber of Secrets, Order of the Phoenix, and The Prisoner of Azkaban so far. Another big hack. I would imagine all those books are available in Russian and every other language you can imagine. Pretty incredible distribution of those stories. And a nice memory, too, for Smirnov as he draws a walk.
See, 4 1/3. He's pretty much been in control all evening.
Outs here, 6 down, 6 outs. We got 1. Now we're down to 5. Okay, let's work on it. I'm pretty sure we're gonna turn a double play. We're gonna get something out of it. You gotta keep your pitches down. Your pitches are coming up high. You gotta keep your pitches down. Get a ground ball. We'll turn a double play. Be a wall out there. Coach Ed will make the call for you to proceed. Okay, just pick me up. Good job. Got him?
Yeah.
Good job.
Coach, that was number 2.
Yes, sir.
Sean Muda, who's celebrating his anniversary. Wife Clarice, unfortunately, can't be here with him to celebrate. She is back home with the kids in Guam right now. Tolmachev takes the ball off the outside corner. 9-hole hitter in the second baseman with runners at first and second, and 1 down. I should point out about Muna that he really has taken on a lot of responsibility to bring Guam success here. Infielders rotating. And again to the strike zone. As he says it, I'm representing the island, and I want to really win this time around. Came close last year, lost a tiebreaker in the regional. And the CNMI team, Commonwealth Northern Mariana Islands, got here instead. He had a taste of it as a coach in 03 and really wants to have a lot more success this time around.
Yeah, and right now I'm sure he's starting to get a little bit worried because Santos had fallen behind 3-0. Comes back with a strike there.
Three-1 fastball in there. And the count runs full to Vadim Tomachep. The Russian second baseman struck out in the third when Santos struck out the side. Fisted foul. Nice swing. Stay alive.
Santos came in that time with the fastball. This is a situation where he's usually been throwing that breaking ball, but
towards second. Nice effort, Duenas. There's a great play for the second out. Moving very well to his left. Runners at second and third. Joe Duenas.
This is a very tough play. I mean, he had to stretch out to get that. Kept his composure nice. See him stretch there, set his feet, make a good throw to first.
Nikita Kotlear hits here in the place of Kulik, who started the game. That shortstop leading off for Russia.
Hurry up. Hustle out there.
Coming to you from Volunteer Stadium in South Williamsport, it's the opener international Pool C play for Guam, the Pacific regional champion, against Moscow, Russia. Dave Ryan, Tony Gwynn, Kyle Peterson on the field for us here at Volunteer. Each team will play 3 games guaranteed in pool play. Nice play there by Santos. The ball almost got away. It could have been a run or maybe more. We do have tennis coming your way. Western and Southern Financial Group Masters on ESPN2. Kotliar takes a strike, and the count goes at 3-1 on him. Really the settling inning, I think the manager had wanted. Big cut again. Hasn't been that easy for him.
No, it hadn't.
3-2.
Russian side, they had some opportunities here in the last couple of innings.
Down he goes. Second strikeout of the inning, and a big one for Trey Santos with 2 aboard and a 4-run lead. They're getting are in Pool D. There are some returning players from that world champion squad. Talk about great experience to have going back.
Believe me, once you win it, you know what to expect. And with the new players, they're going to teach them the things that they need to know to help them get back.
New pitcher in the game here for Russia, Oleg Inotayev, whose nickname is Inoy for short, will get some time here. He's a big A-Rod and Yankees fan. And as we talked about, had the birthday party the other day, thanks to the team uncles. Well, a great example of the Volunteers who really look out for these kids. 6th inning schedule to play 6. And Kenga will lead it off. Nine-hole hitter in the team shortstop. Brian walked and scored in the second, grounded out to the pitcher. Back in the 30s, 0 for 1. Big cut. And something, Tony, we heard from Sean Moon, the manager, when they played their finale in the regional, they beat New Zealand 23-2. And the coach told his players, I don't want you letting up. Now, it wasn't to really bash New Zealand that badly, although they ended up doing it, hitting a bunch of home runs. But the idea was to keep the intensity up and to stay razor sharp, because they knew, hey, we already clinched our spot in the World Series. want to keep that momentum going.
I understand that, you know, and you hope the other teams understand that. But like I said, they didn't come here just for the visit, you know, just to say that they came here. They want to win, and it takes a certain level of concentration, and you have to concentrate all the time that you're out there. So that's completely understandable.
1-2 to Kenga fouled off. In that game, the 23-2 win over New Zealand, they set a regional record with 7 homers. And we've seen 2 and 3 RBIs from Alakoa tonight. Top of the order. That's some pop at the top, to say the least. 1-2 to Kenga. Just off the outside corner.
You wanted that one.
Call him BJ. He's a half-brother of Jeremy Tyron on this team. And takes a strike on the outside corner. Back down to Kyle.
And thanks, Dave. You know, the one thing we've seen out of this Russian team has been great fundamentals so far, and there's good reason for that. You know, it's tough to find coaches in Moscow and in Russia that have a lot of baseball background, but luckily for these kids from Moscow, they have just that. Their manager, Alexei Irofeev, still plays men's baseball back in Moscow. Vladimir Petrov actually pitches for the national team, and because of that, they really stress the fundamentals. We've seen it so far tonight, guys turning one double play in almost a second.
Kyle, I'm very impressed with the defense we've seen from Russia tonight. And Inyatayev continues with good pitching. Kudyakayev, Alexander came in, pitched very well. In relief for the starter tonight, Andrei Visenyev. So the pen has been effective.
Yeah, very effective.
Inyatayev can pitch in this game, then pitch in the next for Russia. You can't exceed the 1 inning. If you do, then you've got to wait a game and a day to pitch again. No 2 off the outside corner. Kotliar has moved from the infield now behind the plate to finish out this one. Tennis fans, we'll get you there as soon as we can. Western Southern Financial Group Masters, part of the 2005 U.S. Open Series Tennis. Here on ESPN2.
2-2.
If you're looking for more Little League Baseball on ESPN, Maitland, Florida getting set to take on Davenport, Iowa in that opener. And that game is not yet started, so be sure to lock into all Little League games on the 2 networks. First time ever, all 32 games are being televised on ESPN, ESPN2, ABC, and ESPN Deportes this year. We're glad to announce covering some games. Big cut and miss there. Alakoa goes down. He had 2 homers and a walk, so his perfect night comes to an end. Some defensive changes here. And there are plenty to talk about. Kotliar has been tested already behind the plate. And Inyatayev pitching well here so far. Savi moves into left. First action for him there.
The Russian bullpen has been impressive. They come in and done a good job. On the other hand, you have Trey Santos pitching for Guam, who's gone. Look at that.
Little liner, Oleg Inyatov makes a nice play off the bat. Gerald Borja. And good inning on the mound for Inyatov and Russia. They get their last crack at Guam when we return to South Williamsport. 6-2 game, Guam 3 outs away. The Netherlands, Germany, Slovenia, Scotland, Moldova, Lithuania, Poland, Austria, Belarus, Bulgaria. Those countries all going for a regional championship. Hard to imagine baseball spread so far, huh?
Yeah, but it has. And that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing.
Step out, step out.
Elkeen looking to lead it off, being told by Tim Joyce, our home plate umpire, to take a second. But he's ready, 0-1. Again, that breaking ball fools Victor.
Я мужик, а не девочка. Давай, вперед. Защищай зону.
Но на 2 страйках, извините, работа.
The guy they call Vitya, Victor Elkin.
Ball.
Fastball again from Santos.
Yeah, these young Russian hitters haven't been able to solve Santos' curveball.
1-2.
Ball.
Breaking ball this time doesn't fool Elkin. He's a big soccer fan, likes to watch tennis. We remind you that tennis is coming up here on ESPN2. So wrap up business from Volunteer. Called strike 3. And down goes Victor Elkin, 1 down in the 6th.
Trey Santos, as you see, had no problems early in the game, but from about the 4th inning on, he started to, pitch count started to get up, and that's where I'd like to ask Kyle, in Little League, where do you think that number should be for a pitch count?
You know, I like one of the things that Little League has done lately, and they started it with 53 teams across the country this year, is they've mandated a pitch count. 76 pitches was their number over 6 innings. If you got over that, they had to take the kid out. And I think that's a good number. You get right around 80, because anything after that potentially puts too much stress on the kid's arm. That's the last thing you want to see now.
Very quickly, Savin goes down. Hitting there in the 3-hole. Last chance now for Russia with 2 down in the 6th.
Trey Santos has been in control. He just, early on, he went at him with fastballs. Here later on, when the fastball started to get hit a little bit, he started mixing in the breaking ball, and the young Russian team just haven't been able to solve it.
Sergei Shershak, last chance here. He is 0 for 2 so far. Big swing again on the off-speed pitch from Santos. He's having fooled all night long here. Just off the outside corner, trying to strike out the side here is Santos.
You can see Santos has an idea. He tried to nip off that outside corner.
Another strikeout. 12 for the game for Santos, who strikes out the side for a second time. Shershak goes down, and that's it for the Russian Little Leaguers with a good effort in their first game. Good defense from them. Not too much of Trey Santos, and at the top of the order, Calbert Alako with 2 home runs.
Yeah, the 3 runs in the first inning really kind of gave Guam the chance to relax. Trey Santos was pretty much in control early on. The Russian team did some nice things, turned a double play, came close to turning another one, was able to put some runs on the board, but there's no question Trey Santos is the star of the game tonight for Guam.
So 6-2 is the final. Tennis next on ESPN, the Western Southern Financial Group Masters, and more Little League World Series action over on ESPN is underway now. Maitland, Florida, Davenport, Iowa. With Tony and Kyle, it's Dave Ryan saying so long. It's been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Good night from South Williamsport, Guam. A great start tonight.